Good morning, students. In last class, you learnt about intragenic interaction. In this class, we are going to learn about intergenic interaction. So, what is meant by intragenic interaction? What is meant by intragenic interaction? Intragenic interaction takes place between the alleles of the same genes. That is, alleles present at the same locus is called as a intragenic or intralocus gene interaction. So what does mean by intragenic gene interaction? The alleles that are present in the same locus where the interaction takes place. Next, intergenic interaction. Intergenic interaction takes place between the alleles of at different locus. That is, the alleles present at the different locus where the interaction takes place. That is, the interaction takes place between the alleles of different locus. Intra means same locus, whereas inter means the alleles which are present in the different locus. So the intergenic interaction means here the interaction takes place between the alleles at different loci, that is between the alleles of different genes is called as a intragenic interaction. Intragenic interaction. Dominant epistatus. Dominant epistatus, it is a gene interaction in which two alleles of a genes at different locus interfere and suppress or mask the phenotypic, that is external appearance of a different pair of alleles of another gene at another locus is called as a epistatus. That is the dominant epistatus. The interaction takes place between the two alleles of a gene at one locus interfere and suppress or mask the phenotypic expression of a different pair of alleles of another gene at another locus is called as a epistatus. The gene So epistatic gene, the gene that suppress or mask the phenotypic expression of another gene is called as a epistatic gene. So what is meant by epistatic gene? The gene that suppress or mask the phenotypic expression of another gene is called as a epistatic gene. Next, hypostatic gene. The gene which is suppressed by the epistatic gene is called as a hypostatic gene. So, the hypostatic gene is either a dominant gene or a recessive gene. So, what is hypostatic gene? The gene which is suppressed or masked by the epistatic gene is called as a hypostatic gene. The hypostatic gene may be a dominant gene or a recessive gene. The dominant epistatus, the ratio for dominant epistatus is 12:3:1. In dominant epistatus is done in the plant summer squash. In summer squash means a cucumber. In summer squash, the fruit color locus as a dominant allele of W. In summer squash, there are three types of fruit colors are present. One is a white color, yellow color and a green color fruit. So in summer squash, there are three types of fruit colors are present: white, yellow and green. So the white is the dominant over the other two color, yellow and green. White is represented by the genotype W. So the capital W for white color and a recessive for white is a small w, which is a colored fruit. Either a look in the absence of capital W, the fruit produces either a yellow or a green color fruit. So W alleles is a dominant allele that suppress the expression of another two color, that is yellow and a green color. If a capital W is present, the other two colors are masked. So that white is a dominant color over the yellow and the green color. So W allele is a dominant that masks the expression of other two colors. In other locus, the hypostatic allele capital G for a yellow. So the W is a epistatic gene which suppresses the expression of the other two colors, yellow and green. So in the other locus, the capital G, which is responsible for yellow color fruit, and a recessive allele small g for a green color fruit. So here the hypostatic alleles are capital G and small g, whereas the epistatic allele is a W, because this W suppresses the expression of other two colors. In the first locus, the white is a dominant two colors, where as the second locus, the yellow is a dominant to green. So in summer squash, there are three types of fruit color are present. One is a white color, which is a epistatic gene, and the capital G yellow color, which is a hypostatic gene, and small g is also a hypostatic gene. In the absence of capital W, only the yellow color is expressed, whereas in the absence of yellow color, that is capital G, only the green color is appear. So in one locus, the first locus white color is present, the second locus yellow color is present. In this absence of the white and yellow, the green color is expressed, which is a double recessive gene. When the white fruit with a genotype of capital W, small g and small g, which is a pure breeding variety, and the yellow color fruit is having the genotype of small w and capital G. So a cross is made between the white fruit and a yellow colored fruit. So the parental generation are two pure breeding varieties. White fruit is crossed with the yellow colored fruit. So the genotype of white fruit is capital W, small g is crossed with a small w, capital G, which represent yellow colored fruit. So during gamete formation, one capital G, capital W and small g, here small w and a capital G. It produces in F1 capital W, capital G, small g. This is a white colored fruit. So when one capital W is enough to express the white color, this capital W suppresses or masks the appearance of the capital G. So the capital W is a epistatic gene. The G is a hypostatic gene. So the appearance of capital W, which is present in one locus, is mask the appearance of the yellow color and green color, which are present in the different locus. So it is called as a epistatic. Here the dominant gene capital W suppresses the another dominant gene capital G and a recessive gene small g, so it is called as a dominant epistasis. A capital W is a dominant gene which suppresses the or masks the expressions of the other two color, so it is called as a dominant epistatic gene. When the F1s are selfed, that is white fruit with a genotype of capital W, capital G, small g, is crossed with the another F1 hybrid capital W, capital G, small g. In the F2 generation, we get three different fruits. That is white color fruit, yellow color fruit, and green color fruit. In F1, the gametes are one capital W and one capital G. The capital W again combines with small g, and small w, capital G, small w, small g. Punnett square, the capital G, capital W combines with the capital W and capital G. The phenotype is capital W, capital W, capital G, capital G. Here the all are dominant, but the capital W suppress the expression of the capital G, so the fruit is white in color. Capital W, capital G combines with the capital W, small g, capital W, capital G, small g. It is also white in color. So capital W and capital G combines with a small w and small g. Here the genotype is capital W, small w, capital G, capital G. So it is also white in color. So capital W, capital G combines with a small w, small g, capital W, small w, capital G, small g. It is also white in color. So capital W, small g is combined with capital W, capital G, capital W, capital G, small g. It is also white in color. Capital W, small g is combined with the capital W, small g, capital W, small g, small g. It is also white in color. Capital W, small g, capital W, small w, capital G, capital W, small w, capital G, white color. Capital W, small g, small g, capital W, small g, white in color. Small w, capital G is combined with capital W, capital G, capital W, small w, capital G. It is also white colored fruit. Small w, capital G is combined with the capital W, small g, capital W, capital G, small g. The color of the fruit is white because the appearance of one capital W. The next, small w, capital G is combined with the small w, small g, capital G. It produces small w, capital G. The color of the fruit is yellow because the absence of the epistatic gene W, the yellow colored fruit is appeared. So small w, capital G is combined with the small w, small g to produce a small w, capital G, small g. It is also yellow colored fruit. Here one capital G is responsible for the formation of yellow color. Small w, small g is combined with capital W, capital G. It produces capital W, capital G, small g. It is also white colored fruit. So capital small w, small g is combined with capital W, small g. The genotype is capital W, small g, small g. The color of the fruit is also white because due to the presence of epistatic gene W. Small w, small g is combined with a small w, capital G. The genotype is small w, capital G, small g. The color of the fruit is yellow due to the presence of one epistatic gene. So one hypostatic gene, capital G, yellow color. So small w small g is combined with the small w small g, small w small w, small g. Here both the dominant character white and also the yellow are absent. Because of that, the color of the fruit is green in color. So the double recessive gene produces green colored fruits. So the phenotypic ratio for dominant epistratus is 12:3:1. Here the 12 white fruits are formed, whereas 3 ratio yellow colored fruit and 1 green colored fruit is formed. So the phenotypic ratio for dominant epistratus is 12:3:1. In epistatics, to the alleles capital G and small g, the white color fruit is dominant, which masks the expressions of other two color yellow and green. So the yellow and green are masked by the presence of the epistatic gene white, that is W. The homozygous recessive small w genotype only can give the color. In the absence of capital W, only the green color and yellow color fruits are formed. That is, the colored fruits are formed absence of the white color capital W. So the colored fruits are formed in the ratio of 4/16. Among the 16 individual, only 4 are colored. The double, that is 3 yellow color and 1 green color fruit. So 4 out of 16, 4 only produces colored fruit. The double recessive small w and small g gives rise to a green fruit. That is, in the absence of both the dominant gene capital W and small w, the green color fruit is formed in the ratio of out of 16, only one individual is a green colored. So the plants having only capital G in the genotype, that is small w, capital G and small g, or small w, capital G and capital G, will give rise to the yellow colored fruit. That is, out of 16 individual, 3 are produces yellow colored fruit. So here the dominant gene W suppresses or masks the expression of the another dominant gene yellow color G, and a recessive gene small g is called as a dominant epistatus. That is, the dominant gene W suppresses the or masks the appearance of another dominant gene capital G and recessive gene small g. So this type of epistasis is called as a dominant epistasis. Intragenic or allelic interaction, that is, the interaction takes place between the alleles or present on a same locus. So intragenic genes incomplete dominancy, which takes place in the flower color in Mirabilis jalapa. Mirabilis jalapa is a 4 o'clock plant. The phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. The flower color in Snapdragon Antirrhinum species is 1:2:1. The codominant ABO blood group system in human, its ratio is also 1:2:1. Intergenic or non-allelic interaction, that is the interaction which takes place between the alleles of present at different locus. In epistatic interactions or dominant epistasis is example fruit color in summer squash, that is cucumber. The phenotypic ratio is 12:3:1. Recessive epistasis example flower color of Antirrhinum species 9:3:4. Duplicate gene with the cumulative effect, the fruit shape in summer squash 9:6:1. Complementary gene flower color in sweet pea 9:7. Supplementary gene grain color in maize 9:3:4. Inhibitor genes Leaf color in rice plant 13:3. Duplicate genes, seed color, seed capsules, shape, fruit shape in Spirus pars bursa pastoris is 15:1. The next topic is a polygenic interaction in wheat. So polygenic interaction in wheat. In wheat, the kernel color. So the kernel color is expressed by means of several genes. Here, the kernel color is a single character is controlled by means of many genes. So this type of inheritance is called as a polygenic inheritance. That is, single character is controlled by many genes are called as a polygenic inheritance. The polygenic inheritance means several genes, that is many genes, more than one or two genes, which combines to affect a single trait. Trait means a character. That is, the kernel color of the wheat is controlled by several genes which combines together to make the color. So this type of inheritance is called as a polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance means many genes grouped together to form a single character. For example, the kernel color of the wheat is controlled by many genes. This type of inheritance is called as a polygenic inheritance. So that is, the group of genes that together determine a character of an organism is called as a polygenic inheritance. That is, a group of genes, two or more genes which combines together to form a single character is called as a polygenic inheritance. So the polygenic inheritance is compatible with the Mendelian's laws. What are the Mendel's laws? Law of dominancy, law of purity of gamete, and law of independent assortments. So this polygenic inheritance is compatibility with the Mendel's law. In polygenic first experiment was done by Nielsen L. in the year 1909 in wheat kernel. So the color of the wheat kernel is controlled by the genes each with the two alleles. So the color of the wheat kernels, are controlled by two genes with the two alleles. The wheat colors are controlled by two genes with the two alleles. One with the red color. One of the kernel is a red in color. The another with the white color. So here the two genes with the two alleles represent the kernel color. So the one with the red color is a dominant color to a white color which is a recessive in nature. The red and a white color kernels. So the two pure breeding wheat variety. So Nielsen crossed the red color with a white color. So in the F1 generation, they produces a phenotype of red in color. So the dark red genotype is capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R2. And the white genotype is small r1, small r1, small r2, small r2. In this, the F1 generations all are in a medium red in color with a genotype of capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. When the F1s are selfed in the F2 generation, the ratio is 15:1. 15 red colored and 1 white colored kernels are produced. Polygenic inheritance, kernel color of wheat. The parental generations are two pure breeding. Dark red colored kernel is crossed with the white colored kernels. So the genotype of dark red color kernel is capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R2. White colored kernel is small r1, small r1, small r2, small r2. Gametes capital R1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. It produces in the F1 generation medium red colored kernels with a genotype of capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. When this F1s are selfed, it produces four type of gametes: capital R1, capital R2, capital R1, small r2, small r1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. So, when the F1s are produced, the four different type of gametes in the F2 generation. Capital R1, capital R2 is capital R1, capital R2 combines to form the four dominant genes capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R2. Here the four genes are dominant in nature. So it produces dark red colored kernels. So when capital R1, capital R2 combines with them capital R1, small r2, the genotype is capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, small r2. In this genotype, only three are dominant, one is recessive. So this produces medium dark red kernels. In the absence of one dominant gene, the kernel color of the wheat is medium dark red. What is the color? Medium dark red. In the absence of one dominant gene, only the three genes are dominant, so it is medium dark red. When the four genes are dominant, the kernel color is deep dark red in nature. Then capital R1, capital R2 combines with small r1, small r2. The genotype is capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. In this, the genotype is 3 only dominant. So the color of the kernel is medium dark red. The color of the kernel is medium dark red due to the presence of 3 dominant genes, 3 dominant alleles. So capital R1, capital R2 combines with the small r1, small r2 to produce capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. In this genotype, only the 2 alleles are dominant, whereas the 2 alleles are recessive. So the color is a medium red. The color is a medium red in color. Here only 2 genes are dominant. Here the color is a medium red. The next capital R1, small r2 combines with capital R1, capital R2. In this capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, small r2. Here the 3 alleles are dominant. So the color of the kernel is medium dark red. Capital R1, small r2, capital R1, small r2 to produce capital R1, small r2, small r2. Only the 2 alleles are dominant, whereas the remaining 2 are recessive. It is a medium red. Capital R1, small r2 combines with the small r1, capital R2. The genotype is capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. Here also the 2 dominant alleles are present. It is medium red colored kernel. The next capital R1, small r2 combines with the small r1, small r2. The genotype is capital R1, small r1, small r2, small r2. Here only one is a dominant allele, whereas the remaining 3 are recessive. So the color of the kernel is light red. So the one R dominant allele is to produce light red colored kernel. Then small r1, capital R2 combines with them capital R1, capital R2 to produce capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. The color of the kernel is also medium red due to the presence of 3 dominant alleles. So small r1 capital R2 combines with the capital R1 small r2. The genotype is capital R1 small r1 capital R2 small r2. Here the two dominant alleles are present, so the color is a medium red. Small r1 small r2 combines with the small r1 small r2 small r1 small r1 small r2 small r2. It is also two genes are dominant, so the color is a medium red. Small r1 capital R2 combines with the small r1 small r2. Here the genotype is small r1 capital R2 small r1. So here the only one dominant allele is present, so the color is light red. Small r1 small r2 combines with the capital R1 capital R2. The genotype is capital R1 capital R2 small r2. The two dominant gene only seen, so it is medium red. Small r1 small r2 combines with the capital R1 capital R2. It produces capital R1 small r1 small r1 small r2. So it is due to the presence of one dominant light red. The next small r1 small r2 combines with the small r1 capital R2 to produce small r1 capital R2 small r2. Only one dominant allele is seen, so it is also light red in color. Finally, small r1 small r2 combines with the small r1 small r2. So the genotype is small r1 small r1 small r2 small r2. So like their parental character, it is due to the absence of all the dominant gene, only the recessive alleles are seen. It is a white in color. So it is a white in color. So among the 16 individual, the 15 are red in color, whereas the only one is a white. So the phenotypic ratio for polygenic inheritance is 15:1. 15 red, whereas 1 is a white in color. So in this, the data produces a bell-shaped curve with the demonstration of continuous variation in the wheat kernel from dark red to white in the F2 generation. From dark red to white, it produces a bell-shaped curve. So parental type is one dark red and one homozygous dark red and one white color recessive are produced. So it is in the form of a bell-shaped curve. So the capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R2 all are dominant. So it is a dark red colored kernel. In the absence of one dominant gene, so 3 are dominant means it produces medium red color. 2 are dominant means 3 are dominance means medium dark red. 2 are dominance means medium red. And only one dominant character is allele is present means it is a light red. Or if all are recessive means it produces white colored kernels. Finally, the locus that were studied by Nielsen were or not linked and the genes are sought out independently like Mendel's law. So the latter research discovered the third gene that also affects the kernel color of wheat. The 3 independent pairs of alleles were involved in the appearance of kernel color of wheat. Nielsen found the ratio of 63 red and 1 white in the F2 generation like a tri-hybrid grass. The ratio are 1 dark red, 6 moderate red, 15 red, 20 intermediate red, 15 light red, 6 very light red and 1 white. It is also similar to that of the polygenic inheritance bell-shaped curve.